Hey guys, Ryan here, and we are here tonight for a double header action. We've got the ARCA Menards General Tire 150 here at in about 15 to 20 minutes away, and then I believe it's at 8 or 8:30. We've got the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. We've got a double header tonight, so welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, ARCA up first. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Alright, so there we go. Let me look up the starting lineup because I have not looked up the starting lineup yet. ARCA starting lineup. Alright, but yeah, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Feel free to let me know if the audio levels are correct because I think I did restart my computer, so some of the audio levels might be a little off. Alright, let's see. Where is... Why do they make it so complicated? Try and find schedule. That should hopefully have results. Yep, there we go. Qualifying results. So we got Brendan Queen, William Sawalich on the front row. Jason Kitzmiller, driving car number 97, will be in the third position. LeVar Scott in the fourth position. And Elio Castroneves, driving car number 82, will be starting in the fifth position. So Elio's doing a little bit of double duty this weekend. That's a little bit weird to see. Then we got Cole Raz in the sixth position. AJ Moyer, seventh. Eighth. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. There are a lot of them here. Andy Jankowiak. I've never really gotten that one right. Then we got Ryan Roulette in the ninth position. Bryce Haugeberg. Yeah, we'll round out your top 10 starters. Some other notable entries. We got Jason White. I know we've had some Alex Club fans in the chat previously. Alex Club will start 16th. Tim Richmond in the 17th position. Lawless Allen in the 18th position. Brian Duzat, former Truck Series driver, will start back in the 20th position. ARCA star and now part-time Truck Series driver Corey Day will be starting in the 22nd position. Bit of a deep starting spot for him. Brayton Lassiter in the 24th position is a fan favorite as well, from what I've gotten to know from doing a couple of these streams. And then obviously the one a lot of people are going to be looking for, which is Garrett Mitchell starting in the 30th position. I cannot for the life of me remember his YouTube name or whatever that he goes by, but he's the he's literally like the Talladega Nights character. Why for the life of me can I not remember his name, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up because I, for the life of me, cannot remember. Let's see. Cletus McFarland. There we go. Could not remember that one for the life of me. A little bit, and then we got Thad Moffitt starting in the 37th position, and Catherine Legg in the 39th position to try and learn these ovals. Hopefully, develop a little bit along the way. As again, we know she's obviously struggled when it comes to the NASCAR transition over the last couple of weeks or so. Obviously, especially that Phoenix debut was definitely not her best moment. So there we go. Welcome on in, though. We got 19 people in chat. Thank you for deciding to spend a portion of your day here with us. Alright, so yeah, we've got this all going on. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So again, we are about 10 minutes away from hopefully the start of the broadcast, which means we shouldn't be too far off from race getting ready to go. Feel free to drop any predictions you guys have for the ARCA race or the Yeah, or the Truck Series race. Oh wait, no, sorry. That might have been a problem. Wait, was I looking at the wrong? Oh yeah, I was looking at the wrong entry list. Whoops. Never mind. I thought that seemed a little weird to see Elio doing double duty. But I know Cletus is in this one, so yeah, there we go. Qualifying. There we go. Alright, so we got Will Kimmel on the pole position. Sawalich and Brendan Queen in spots 2 and 3. Austin Green driving car 82 in spot 4, and Isabella Robusto will round out your top 5 qualifiers. Yeah. Then we got Grant Infinger in the 6th position. 7th is Patrick Staropoli. Andy Jankowick is in the 8th position. LeVar Scott 9th. And Wallace Allen will round out your top 10 starters. Cletus starting in the 11th position in car number 30. So Cletus McFarland will be starting 11th. Other notables, we got Thad Moffitt starting 14th. Spencer Gallagher starting in the 16th position. Tim Richmond is starting 18th. And Brian Duzat in 20th. Brayton Lassiter is in 21st. Again, a lot of these names. Alex Clubb in 26th. We talked about a lot of these guys just in terms of where their Daytona finish was. So there we go. And we are getting ready for this one. And yeah, should be a good race. I'm looking forward to it. Again, we got a lot of Charlotte action ahead of us. And again, if you guys enjoy ARCA Menards Series racing, I like to try and cover it whenever I'm home. But unfortunately, because they happen at like noon on Saturdays, it's not the easiest series to keep up with. But I love seeing all the young drivers coming out to these races that you really wouldn't get a chance to see race too many other places. So there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. All right, there we go. We got everything all set up. Just constantly double checking things because I'm paranoid something's going to be off on it. But there we go. And okay, so that box is kind of in the way. There we go. I am hoping to be in the new office here soon, but it's not going to be today, unfortunately. All right, so the top 13 were all within 1 second on lap time. Not that that means a ton for ARCA because it is just 1 lap speed and you can be way off. And in fact, the slowest car in the field, so the spread front to back, is a 12 and a half second gap back to 31st place, which is the last driver who turned a lap, which that was Nate Moeller. Yeah, will be taking up the rear of the field. And again, 12 seconds off the pace. That means we're going to see lap traffic early and often here. So, looking forward to that one. Again, hopefully we should only be about 5 minutes away from this thing getting started up. Alright, there we go. Welcome on in. Again, if you guys have any favorite drivers or personal drivers you want me to keep an eye on, feel free to let me know so I can make sure I'm keeping you guys updated on the drivers you guys care about in addition to the battles on track. Yeah. And as I say again, I know we've had some Alex Clubb fans in the past. I know we've had some other people popping in who have favorite drivers in the field that might not necessarily be the stars of the show, but still having pretty good days considering the equipment level. So again, let me know who you guys want me to keep you guys updated on, and we will be again, we should be racing here shortly for the ARCA Menards Series. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are just chilling out. Where is Kyle Larson starting? I don't think he's racing in the ARCA race. Unless I'm completely mistaken. I don't think he's in trucks either, so I don't think he's racing tonight. And Cup for the Cup Series, they don't qualify until I think tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon at around 3:00 is when the Cup Series will qualify for the thing. I believe he's starting. Where is he starting for Indy? Because obviously he's doing the double this weekend in Indianapolis, which is going to be a big one to keep an eye on as well. Yeah, it will be the one. But yeah, here we go. Starting lineup for Indy is looking for 17. Kyle Larson on the inside of row 7. That means he is starting in the 21st position for Indianapolis. Again, Charlotte, it will be tomorrow will be the qualifying for that. Xfinity Series also qualifies tomorrow in the morning, so yeah, I don't know if he's doing I think it would be silly for him to be focusing in. I don't have a link to watch, but it is just on FS1, so wherever I can't show the TV screen due to copyright reasons. Yeah, but it is right on normal FS1, so wherever you guys normally watch the truck races and most of the Fox NASCAR season, it's right on FS1 tonight, so should be a fairly easy one to find. But again, I can't show the stream. And I completely forgot that the hot dog mobiles were going to be racing in the Weenie 500 at Indianapolis. I knew it was happening. I just hadn't actually remembered to tune in for it. But yeah, so there we go. The last second pass there by the 03 there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not seeing many notable drivers in the Xfinity Series field, at least not for part-timers. Most of the field looks to be full-timers. Oh, it's not on TV in Australia? Okay. Yeah. Well, again, if it wasn't against copyright, I would show the stream, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's on FS1, so if people have ways to watch their traditional FS1. So again, the actual at the track coverage should be starting at the top of the hour, so we're not quite there yet. So if people are checking their TVs or whatever, and it's still showing as the previous show, that's probably why. Yeah, it's on regular TV for America. Yes. Because I completely forgot about the international part of it. But yeah, they're for America. It's on the regular FS1 channel that you would usually find your NASCAR Truck Series races. So yeah, again, I don't have a link, and as I say, knowing my luck, there will probably be a bot in chat at some point that I will try and ban, because again, I don't support people who are going out there trying to break copyright just to make a quick buck. But again, I know that there will be, as I say, I'm sure that there will be people who are doing it. But here we go, and as I say, they're flipping it over for the start of the NASCAR coverage, and we are ready to go racing. So again, the Truck Series, they qualified earlier this afternoon, and there were actually some notable part-timers making starts in that one. So we got Kyle Busch, BJ McLeod, and the 2 Spire Motorsports All-Star cars. My guess is that the BJ McLeod thing was a deal that they threw together to convince Live Fast Motorsports to not enter the the 600 to avoid bumping guys like or to risk bumping guys like Jimmy Johnson out of the field. But so we got both of them doing part-time runs. Let's see, Ross Chastain in the 44 tonight. Later tonight in the Truck Series race. Okay, so those were the only ones. But yeah, I remember seeing Kyle Busch on the entry list. Is it on local Fox channel? No, it's on Fox Sports 1. Yeah, I wish it was on Big Fox, but no, it's on FS1. And we got Grant Enfinger in the 97. That's going to be a cool one to see. Grant Enfinger doing double duty today. He'll be racing the trucks later tonight, and he'll be in the Xfinity Series. And yep, there's Cletus McFarland out there. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Doing pretty good tonight, and let's go racing. Yep, let's go racing. Again, ARCA Menards Series. Yeah, so they got only a 2-person booth. Kind of surprised that they don't have some NASCAR star up there. I mean, I guess because the ARCA Menards Series is kind of NASCAR, kind of not. But yeah, so we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, we are sitting at 19 subscribers away from that big 3,000 number, which we would love to hit by the end of the month, but I don't really know if it's going to happen, but certainly would like to. We're doing plenty of streams this weekend. We're doing ARCA and trucks tonight. There will be a truck series stream after this one. And then we will be having the Xfinity Series tomorrow, and then the NASCAR Cup Series. We'll be following up the Indy 500 stream tomorrow. So we'll get to stream, or not tomorrow, on Sunday we'll be streaming Indy 500, Coke 600, doing the double, and there we go. Will Kimmel on the pole for the, for tonight's ARCA Menards Series race. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right, there we go. All right, so getting everybody lined up here. And okay, it's a three-way battle for the points leader right now in the ARCA Menards Series. Brendan Queen holds a 1-point lead over Lawless Allen and LeVar Scott. A three-way points battle. And Biff. Wait, is Biffle in the race? Or are you talking about a different Biff? What time is trucks tonight? I believe trucks are at, let's see, 8:30. 8:30 for trucks. So we'll probably go on the air about 8:15 or so for that one. So there will be a little bit of an intermission between the two. But yeah, trucks are at about 8:30 tonight. So again, NASCAR trucks tonight, along with the ARCA Menards Series, which is just ahead as they are currently talking with some of the drivers like Brendan Queen on the, as they're getting ready to climb in their cars here shortly. Giovanni Ruggiero actually claimed the pole position for the trucks. And it was a Tricon Garage 1, 2, 3 lockout of Giovanni Ruggiero, Tanner Gray, and Corey Heim. Yeah, sweeping the front 3 spots. Ross Chastain 4th. That's not bad. Kyle Busch in 12th. Just kind of scrolling down through looking to see if there's any others. Grant Enfinger, who's doing double duty tonight. He'll start 18th on the trucks later tonight. BJ McLeod 19th in the Spire Motorsports truck. Parker Clearman. We got Cliggy in the truck race later tonight. Let's go. Frankie Muniz, Stuart, and the rest of those are all basically just full-timers down the field. So there we go. Again, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 33 people hanging out. Okay, Biff is with Cletus' crew getting him strapped in. Okay, I was like, I went through the starting grid and I didn't think I saw him, Biffle, and I was like, I didn't know if maybe you were talking about somebody else, because there are some times where drivers have similar nicknames. And yep, there we go. The command to start the engines, and we are ready to go racing here. Let's go ahead and get the screen up and going. All right, so again, this will so this should even itself out as we get later into the as the race actually gets going. This page should be the right page for this. So, all right, again, we will have the we will have at least some amount of the actual running positions over there. So again, if you guys are looking for where a certain driver is running and I'm not talking about them and they're running well, good chance they'll be on the screen. So there we go. Again, the at 6 p.m. On Fox will eventually go away. So there we go. All right, and then we got Brandon Jones in the commercial there. Again, we're getting everything all ready to go. So again, let me know who you guys are pulling for as well, because again, I always find it funny to see who the popular drivers are, because they aren't always the necessarily the drivers in the flashiest equipment. Like obviously, I think Brendan Queen, LeVar Scott are going to be some of the ones to watch, as they're going to be some of the fastest probably. I mean, they're in the fastest equipment, but I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot of fans probably pulling for Cletus McFarland, who, honestly, prior to his run at Daytona, I had never heard of the guy before. And he definitely he plays a really fun character. Again, I have no idea. Everything I've seen looks everything I've seen of him at the track seems genuinely happy to be there, which is great, and I love it for the sport with the amount of popularity he's bringing. And if he can be good as well, which again I don't see any reason he couldn't be. I mean, it's a massive win for the sport if they can get popular drivers there. So there we go. Let's go Schofield. Okay. Let me pull up my ARCA entry list real quick, because, again, I'm not the most familiar with every single driver in the field. So let's see. Schofield. Okay, Jeff Schofield starting in the 19th position, driving car number 7. We'll keep an eye on them throughout the field. Yeah, 8:30 is trucks. Yep. Yeah, 8:30 Eastern time, 7 Central for, 7:30 Central for anybody who's in the Central time zone of the U.S. And if you're in a different time zone, just do the conversions, because I can't remember every single time zone. But yeah, there we go. So again, we got another commercial here after this commercial, we should have cars rolling on track and getting ready for the green flag. All right, he's your brother. All right, cool. Hey, Trent, how's it going? Yeah, as I picked up the hat, we'll have this for the entire weekend this weekend, and I'll bring it back for 4th of July weekend as well. And yep, shock and surprise. Seeing a lot of people popping in here for the latest. No, I can't have the actual race broadcast up for copyright reasons. I will have a leader. I have this up here, which once the race starts, will the webpage will finish loading and will be. I think it's top 15. I have for the for ARCA. You can see I think top 15 or so. So you'll be able to see the leaderboard, but I can't put the actual race broadcast up for copyright reasons. So, yep. But yeah, there we go. Cletus McFarland doing some of the pit crew stuff, which, again, everything I've seen about him seems to be enjoying himself. So there we go. Yep, doing some pit stop practice. There we go. Dodging some of the parked cars. I would not want to volunteer my car for pit stop practice in that situation, because if you drive through too many pit boxes, I don't want my car to be the one getting run into. But he did pretty well in that short little practice there. He's driving the number 30 Ford. Is that Ford Mustang? Yeah, Ford Mustang for the number 30 there. Starting in 11th there for Cletus, and this is his first non-super speedway race, so definitely will be interesting to see how he does throughout the afternoon. Again, we will absolutely be keeping an eye on where Cletus is going, and they're going to go ahead and talk to him on the in-car radio. But yeah, this should be a pretty good race. 100 laps on the day. 100 laps, 150 miles, as we are going to be getting ready for this one. I believe the trucks is a 200 miler, so, or is it 200 miles or 200 laps for trucks? Because I can never remember when they go back and forth as to whether or not they go off of the lap count. Let's see. Okay, so it is, yeah, so it's 200 miles, 134 laps, yeah. Yep, so there we go. Again, should be getting ready for this one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream again. If you guys do enjoy the stream, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, we'll be doing, schedule for the weekend, we'll be doing this race. We'll be doing the truck series later on tonight at 8:30 Eastern time. We'll be doing the NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow afternoon. And then on Sunday, as of right now, the plan is to only do the two biggest races, the Indianapolis 500 and the Coke 600. I'm not overly interested right now in the Monaco Grand Prix. If anyone really does want to hear me cover it, I can try, but I don't watch a ton of F1, and when I do, it definitely is not the most exciting races of all time. So here we go. Starting grid. They got, again, Will Kimmel on the pole position, William Sawalich to his outside, Brennan Queen and Austin Green, row 2, Isabella Robusto, and Grant Enfinger in row 3. So LeVar Scott, one of those drivers going for that championship lead, will roll off in row number 5. Cleus McFarland, as we mentioned, will be in row 6. Wallace Allen also up inside row 5, so we really have a real points battle. Two guys who I believe are tied in points right now, sharing row 5 for the starting grid here tonight. That's pretty cool. Then we got Thad Moffitt back in row 7, driving car number 46. Tim Richmond in the number 27 car. That's always a fun one, obviously, because of the name to keep an eye on. Okay, I guess the thing is not going to go away. So let's go ahead and just make the green dot a little smaller and maybe move it ever so slightly out the way. That green dot is our flag indicator. There we go. That looks like it's just about low enough to where it shouldn't get in the way of anything. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so they're doing they're doing a little bit of the hard part with the ARCA series is because of the relative lack of sponsors, or at least name brand sponsors. It's hard to tell whose pit box is whose when they're doing pit reporting. But yeah, so there we go. There's Grant Enfinger driving car number 97 tonight, before driving car number 9 later on in truck number 9 in the truck race. So here we go. We're getting lined up. Hopefully we'll be seeing the pace car pull off here this time by, I believe. Alright, so there we go. Just double checking everything, making sure this stream is running smoothly. Yeah, so I didn't want to go with the high blink for the hat because of the just didn't want to potentially have any issues with the flashing lights for people, because I know flashing lights can be a problem, and if it is bothering people, I can change them to steady on. But yeah, so here we go. But we got 57 people in here getting ready for the start of this ARCA Menards Series race. Again, they are pacing around here, waiting to see if we see those lights go off on the pace truck this time by. Is it truck or car for the pace vehicle tonight? I mean, it's not a super important detail, but it's something I always like to see if we are going with a truck or a car for the pace vehicle. So here we go. Again, 100-lap race breakdown. It's going to be a long one, and they are going to need to stop for fuel at least one time. Yeah, pit window is about 60 to 65 laps for these cars, so you can go about 2/3 of the way on fuel, but you will need to worry about when you're going to make that pit stop. And then you got Tanner Gray, who was your winner 1 year ago. Obviously, I say worrying about your pit window. Realistically, there will almost certainly be cautions that will feed this one. And let's go ahead and skip around to ads for you guys as we're getting ready for the start of this race. So there we go. I also try not to overload you guys with ads, because you guys see enough ads on other stuff. I have some in, but I do try and limit them Yeah, because again, I totally understand the frustration with the excessive amounts of ads that we see on pretty much everything. I mean, the app I use for a TV remote currently has ads on it. So here we go. Pace car will be pulling off, and we'll be getting ready for ARCA Menards Series racing. Yep, there we go. Pace car pulls off, field in the hands of the pole sitter, and I can't for the life of me remember the name. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Charlotte. And there we go. And yep, the field already pretty well separated after some of these cars with really good launch and some of the cars a little bit slow to get going. So here we go. Again, this is one of those series where there is a little bit of that have and have-nots. The equipment does make a major difference here, but going through this opening lap, so far the pole sitter out in front of the field number. The number 69 car is absolutely dominating this one. Do they really not have the names on? Oh, there we go. There's the names. That's what I was waiting for. So, yeah, we got the top 14 names on the list. So, there we go. But, yeah, so Will Kimmel out in front of the field, in car number 69, absolutely dominating the early portion of this race. Out almost a second and a half on Brendan Queen and William Sawalich, which Sawalich and Queen are dueling it out for the second and third position. Sawalich takes it away from Queen here early on. Grant Infinger up into the fourth position, passing Green on that one. Infinger making up some good spots, and here we go. We got a car slow down the back straightaway. Car number 9 is slow and out of power. And that is Moeller. That was the one who could not get who was 12 seconds off the pace in qualifying. And that is the first car to go a lap down. Kits Miller did not start the race, so he will be out of this one before it even begins. Then we got Spencer Gallagher in the number 23 car. He's moved his way up into the 12th position. Thad Moffitt just ahead of him. So far, 4 laps in, and so far, Kimmel looking very strong, but Sawalich is starting to run him down once he got clear of Brendan Queen. I say those two definitely going to be playing a factor in each other's races all night long. And if you battle with each other and let somebody get away, that could be a big deal. So again, 5 laps completed here. So far, you've got Austin Green looking to try and see if there's somewhere to take a advantage of Grant Infinger, try and take that spot back inside the top 5. Car 82 not really able to find that kind of grip that he wants, especially in that dirty air. And let's say you're going to have to get creative if you want to try and catch a driver as talented as Grant Infinger. I mean, he is absolutely I think he's truly a truck championship caliber driver. I don't think he's actually done it, but certainly would not, not a driver to be taken lightly, that's for sure. All right, so there we go. Another car going a lap down. Again, these when these slower cars are getting lapped like this, it is going to play a factor as we get later and later into this race. Alright, so there we go. Again, all these, most of the slower drivers hanging out on that inside line, allowing the faster drivers to just freight train them around the outside. Good planning by these drivers. And again, so far, Sawalich has been able to keep pace with the leader, Will Kimmel. Brendan Queen, though, has fallen now 3 seconds back. And we're about to have a really close battle here between Kimmel and Sawalich. Again, Sawalich making a great effort to run him down. Alright, so there we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so again, they're doing a rookie spotlight right now. But again, I'm really impressed with Kimmel being able to jump out that far of a lead on a Joe Gibbs racing car and Brendan Queen, who's also in a very well-funded Chevy team. And that's 2 teams that you, 1, don't usually out-qualify, and 2, you certainly don't blow away from them by like a second and a half like Kimmel did. So Again, pretty good day for him. All right, so there we go. Yeah, right now, here comes the 18 to the back of the 69. Oh, wow, the 69 of Kimmel all over the place. That is a loose, out-of-control car. He manages to hang on to it as they go around the outside of car number 57 here. But again, Kimmel right now in car number 69 is trying to run away from... Alright, so there we go. Again, right now we're just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, the 69 of Kimmel is doing everything he can to try and pass as many cars as he can. But the problem is when he opens the door, Sawash just follows on through and he doesn't have to worry about opening the door. So there we go. Oh, man. And I say, during our first commercial break, during our first caution flag break, I will grab some water, but probably should have grabbed that before the stream started. Alright, so again, right now we got this one going on. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, Kimmel has actually been able to use some of these lap cars a little bit of a pick. He's been able to build back a lead in front of him and Sawalich. Alright, so here we go. Again, McFarland's up into the 9th position, up a couple of spots for Isabella Robusto dropping down a couple of spots, so certainly is not having the best of positions. Staropoli currently up into the 13th position. And there we go. First commercial break. I'm going to run and grab some water real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, here we go. I am back. Sorry, I was just grabbing some water that I should have grabbed before the stream. We are currently at a full screen commercial break, so we're going to say whatever we're missing, we're all missing it together. But right now, McFarland's now up to 7th. He's passed another 2 cars already. In fact, it looks like almost everybody's passed another 2 cars because Robusto's back up 2 spots from where he was. Staropoli's up 2 spots from where he was a minute ago. I'm wondering what 2 cars got eliminated because... Oh! The 69 of... I just noticed the 69 and the 28 are no longer in the picture. Alright. Time to figure out what on earth happened to the pole sitter. And Brendan Queen. So, both Brendan Queen and the pole sitter of the 69 car both completely gone now. Not sure as to what happened either. Again, because we've been at a full screen commercial break. We've missed whatever it was. Great timing by Fox with their commercial breaks. So, we got the Red Bull, we got a Red Bull commercial, which, they actually, Red Bull actually brought a F1 sim rig out to my local Walmart, and I was able to actually get some laps on the sim rig there. That was fun. But yeah, so here we go. Here we're just chilling out. I can't wait to have my own sim rig back in the studio. And here we go. We're back from commercial break. Let's see what's going on. We got a couple of cars coming down pit road. But I really want to know what happened to the 28 and the 69 cars here. All right, so the 28 of Brendan Queen just smacks the fence as he was trying to let guys like Grant Infinger pass. Trying to let some of those guys by, and he ends up just scraping the fence really badly there. And probably needed to pit for a flat tire. And here we go. Let's see what the 69's problem was. My guess is that he just got too much apron because he'd been really loving that apron all day long. And oh no, he just loses speed altogether. Yeah, engine issue for the 69 car. Yikes. The 69, the pole sitter, drives behind the wall this early on in the race, and that is going to end any shot he had at a good finish. So that's where the two cars that went poof ended up going. But yeah, Cletus McFarland is all the way up into the 7th position. So I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat loving Cletus. And again, I gotta say, assuming that the personality is genuine, which again I have no reason to believe it isn't. Yeah, he seems like a super fun guy, and again, I love having him around the sport, especially with the amount of people he's been able to bring into the sport. Is Byron here? I'm assuming you're talking about William Byron, and no, he is not racing tonight. He will be, he's not in the Truck Series race later, and he's not in the Cup Series. Or are you talking about a different Byron? Because if you're talking about a different Byron, I just need to figure out which Byron you're referring to. But yeah, here we go again. The 97 of Grant Infinger. He's running double duty tonight, driving the number 9 truck in the Craftsman Truck Series and making a start here in the 97 car. Currently up into the 2nd place position. I'm sure he would love to go ahead and get a win here to kind of, just get that confidence back that he may have lost with some of the close finishes he'd had in the trucks, but it feels like it's been a while since he won a truck race. I'm probably forgetting a truck race he won, but yeah. There we go. Well, what's the margin from the lead back to Cletus? So Cletus is currently sitting 17 seconds off the leader. Yeah, he's about 17 seconds back of William Sawalich on the pole position. Or not pole position, but in P1, so Wallace has about 17 seconds behind him before you get to McFarland. So McFarland's first goal is going to be to try and get past Lawless Allen and LeVar Scott, who are battling it out for position right ahead of him, about 4 seconds up about 3 to 4 seconds up the track. Levi Zerberner. If you're talking about William Byron, that is a no. If you're talking about a different Byron, I'm going to need more than just a singular name to figure out who that is. Yeah, so the numbers that you see on the leaderboard next to the driver, I know that the font that they use on this is not great. I wish that they had a bolder font for the accurate stuff, but yeah, the numbers there should indicate it. But again, I understand the font is definitely not what I would choose if I was building this. So, why is William not racing? I have no idea. In the Truck Series, the truck he normally drives, the truck William Byron normally drives in the Truck Series is being filled. You've got Kyle Busch in the 7, and you've got BJ McLeod driving the 07. So, say the 2 all-star, quote-unquote, all-star truck spots. And here we go. They've got William Kimmel out of the car with the engine issue. Pole sitting car, and he used up too much of that, I guess, in the thing. How many times is Alex Club gonna get passed? Who knows? Club's car is definitely not one of the best on the day, but I know we always have a ton of Alex Club fans. Did another leaderboard over here so I can actually scroll up and down. So I can see more than just what you guys can see. So yeah, right now William Sawalich has lapped everybody up to 13th. Right now, Patrick Staropoli is the last driver currently on the lead lap in 12th place. But yeah, so as of right now, Alex Clubb is currently 4 laps behind the race. 3 laps behind the race. Sorry. 3 laps behind the race as it was updating. So yeah, currently Alex Clubb is sitting about 3 laps down. But yeah, Cletus is looking very good for first-time oval racer. I mean, he is sitting 21 seconds behind William Sawalich, but the fact that he's hung on to a top 10 spot here, thinking green flag pit stop. I think you have to get another 10, 15 laps before you start thinking green flag pit stop. I think you need to get the races over on FS1 if you're in the US. I know other countries, the watching method might be different, but the races on FS1, which is where you can usually find Truck Series broadcasts. So for other countries, if you're able to watch the Truck Series usually, that would probably be your channel to go to. And there we go. Patrick Staropoli gets lapped as they go to commercial break. Another full screen commercial break, which means we won't be able to keep updated. And caution flag flies. The yellow flies as they go to commercial break. Oh boy. The yellow flag is out, and I can't wait to see what happened, but quite literally, we had just gone to commercial break, so we have, I have absolutely no idea what has happened out on the track. Let me see if Twitter's got it. Somebody in the stands might have the answer before we get back here. All right, let's see. ARCA. Has ARCA tweeted it out? No, they have not tweeted out what happened. Okay. Let's see if anyone else is talking about it. Come on. Caution for debris. Caution for debris. So, debris ends up bringing out the first yellow flag of the race, and yeah, this will almost certainly be an opportunity to pit. Again, the fact that it is you've got 60 to 65 laps on fuel, and you're about 70 laps out from the end of the race, you won't be able to make it on fuel from here, but I think it is a good chance, especially for some of these drivers who, like Cletus, who might want to just get the information off the tires, putting him on fresh tires, especially if the team can afford them. Now, if your team doesn't have extra sets of tires, that's where I think you could maybe look at the idea of staying out and trying to play with track position. But personally, I think old tires is just a recipe for disaster at Charlotte, especially with how fast William Sawalich has been already. You try and battle him on old tires, he'll lap you in 5 to 10 laps. So, come on, Cletus, let's get a good stop here. Yep, there we go. Tires wins the race, Cole. Yep. And again, it's one of those things where I'd say it's almost too early in the race to make a gamble like that, especially where I haven't heard any. As they didn't say anything on the broadcast about a comp yellow at halfway like they did at Daytona. Yep, Cletus came into the pits. Yep, again, I'm not shocked to see Cletus come into the pits because, again, when you're a new driver especially, I think the best case scenario is to go ahead and put your guy on tires. Let him feel the car out in its best conditions, rather than forcing him into an undesirable situation by leaving him on old tires. And are they doing live pit stops? As I'm used to ARCA not usually having live pit stops, so. Wow, the longest green flag stint to start a race since 2018. Yikes. Okay, false alarm. He hasn't pit yet. Okay, I was gonna say, if I was his crew chief, I would be encouraging him to potentially come to pit road. And here we go. William Sawalich comes down pit road. Looks to be a little bit of a split decision, but here we no wait, maybe those are lap cars behind him, but yeah, here comes William Sawalich and a fair amount of other cars following him down. So there we go. The 82 of Austin Green finds his pit box. He'll get his 4 tires and fuel here. Oh no, they actually don't have the fuel guy out there, so they're not even going to fuel up the car to maybe try and stretch it with another caution to make it to the end of this one. I mean, again, I think that would be a losing battle, but I'm kind of surprised that they aren't trying it. I mean, oh, and okay, I guess you can't change. Maybe in ARCA you can't change tires and fuel the car at the same time because they waited till after the. Yeah, so it looks like maybe these are uncompetitive pit stops because, again, the fact that they weren't fueling the car and doing the tires at the same time tells me that it probably isn't live pit stops. But yeah, so again, William, not to mention they are not hustling the way that these pit crews normally do. So. All right, so again, we're just chilling out here. We got 62 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your day here. Again, right now we're waiting to see who the leader is going to be off the pits, but right now it looks like the answer is Grant Enfinger Grant Enfinger and Cletus McFarland, did they both stay out? Alright, so we got Grant Enfinger, Cletus McFarland, Isabella Robusto, those 3 stay out on old tires. I am curious to see how this strategy works, or if it works. Ooh, man. Alright, but yeah, so again, we got ourselves 3 drivers who are trying this alternate strategy here. Enfinger, McFarland, and Robusto, all 3 staying out. Austin Green, LeVar Scott, Wallace Allen, Laney Bruce. I have absolutely no idea if I'm butchering her name. William Sawalich, Van Moffitt, Jankowick, Staropoli, and Patterson are all, I believe, on fresh tires. Actually, Staropoli got back on the lead lap. Nice. In car number 25. So there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, so. Yeah, again, I think I probably would have, wanted to put him on fresh tires just because I wouldn't want to try risking him potentially tearing the car up, trying to overdo it on a heat cycled set of tires. But then again, learning what a heat cycled set of tires is like is probably better now than wait until the end of the race to figure out what that's like. So who knows? I guess we'll see what happens at the end. Okay, the way he was downshifting, I thought he was coming. Yep, makes sense. I mean, the way drivers do tend to downshift here to get themselves ready for pit stops. All right, so yeah, we're just chilling out. Currently at a commercial break, so you're not missing anything, or at least if you are, we are all missing it. Here we go. He's gonna drift it out of turn 4, probably. I'm gonna run and grab a pair of scissors because I got a tag still on my hat because I picked it up earlier today. So I'm just gonna get the tag off of here. We'll be right back. Alright, here we go. They're back from commercial break, and we are settling down. Here they are still under caution, so you have not missed a thing. Again, Infinger, McFarland, and Robusto are all out on older tires. So Sawallich, Green, and the rest are all on fresh tires. That's going to be a brutal restart. Yeah, to watch McFarland and the others trying to fend off all the drivers with much fresher tires. So give me a second, we'll have the hat back on. There we go, just removing the tag. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. I was between this one and the Busch Light one, but I decided that when I saw the lights, I was like, yep, nope, I know exactly which one I'm getting. And I don't actually drink. Yeah, I certainly will joke around and play up to it, but I don't actually drink myself, so. Alright, here we go. Alright, 64 laps to go again. We're entering that window of it. Maybe you could stretch it to the end here on the fuel, but again, there is a reason why that is a very exaggerated maybe. I would not be overly confident in it, and lights are off in the pace car. One thing I'm confident about, lights off in the pace car means we're going racing next time by. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Okay, so there is a halfway caution here. Okay, they haven't talked about that at all. A halfway caution absolutely changes the name of the game. So we're gonna have a sprint to we're gonna have a short sprint to halfway. We're gonna have about a 15 lap sprint race here. That actually makes this strategy of stay out on the older tires actually make a lot more sense here for McFarland and Infinger. Again, I hadn't heard, as I had been reading the subtitles along, and I hadn't seen them talk between that and the on-screen graphics. They hadn't mentioned the halfway caution, but I mean, I knew that they did it at Daytona, but I didn't remember if that was a thing they do at just the super speedways to try and keep those races interesting. But yeah, no, not stage racing, just a halfway caution. Kind of the same thing, but not really. I say there will only be one mandatory caution. Yeah. Yeah, definitely still a yeah, I say ARCA style. Yep. Here we go. Pace car runs for cover. Run and hide the best you can. Here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out. McFarland's loose. McFarland spins Robusto and caution flag flies again. Tim Richmond's in it and everybody else piles in. Spencer Gallagher gets a piece of it. And there it is. A massive wreck on the restart. All off of the wheel spin from McFarland. Again, glad he learned that now rather than learning that on the final restart of the night. But man, that is chaotic. All right, and that will almost certainly end up as a short. So there we go. All right, so during the halfway caution, I'm going to oh, we got a putty tat sighting. All right, I think we got a putty tat wanting to join us. Nope, I guess he's not. He just wanted to come in and say hi. Who do you got winning the truck race in this race? This race, I would probably say it'd be pretty hard not to go with William Sawallich. For trucks tonight, again, it might be the boring. Yeah, Jeff was right. He drifted it off of 4. Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty accurate on that one. Okay, so Gizzy does want to come up and show everybody his new haircut. Because, watch your head. Because, yeah, we went and gave my kitty cat his summer shave. But, yeah, a lot of cars piled up in that one. Again, we'll get a better count in a minute. But, yeah, there we go. We got Putty Tat. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, all the sound got caught up in it. The 20 car. There's a bunch of cars getting caught up in that one. I didn't see if Staropoli made it through or not. Looks like Staropoli did make it through. Patrick Staropoli, and I apologize if I butcher any of these names, but yeah, he makes it through. He's still showing on the lead lap, so that is a good thing. But a lot of cars torn up in that one. And there we go. There's the driver of the 23, Spencer Gallagher, out of his car. Isabella Robusto going over and talking to him. All right, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. He's still running. Yeah, Cletus actually didn't get much of damage at all. He just happened to be the car that turned the 55 of Robusto, but yeah, kind of. I think it was a Kyle Busch quote that said the guy who causes it usually isn't involved in it. So, I mean, it was just a simple driver error by Cletus there. Doesn't look as excited on the in-car now. Well, it's one of those things, again, you kind of have to learn that. Yeah, you kind of want to learn that the sooner the better. So, all right, Izzy, you going to settle? All right, there we go. Everybody likes a little bit of kitty cat cam. But yeah, I mean, he just got really loose off the corner and just tried to get the power down, and just the wheel spin was something he was not ready for. So again, it's one of those things that if you're gonna take this thing seriously, which again, despite the quote unquote antics, I think he is taking this actually somewhat seriously. I mean, again, he's doing really well. But yeah, learning how to restart on older tires is going to be one of those things that you gotta learn if you're gonna succeed at this stuff. Yeah, good time to learn it. Yeah, again, it happens. And as I said, I would much rather him learn this now when we have the comp caution at lap 50 or around lap 50, rather than trying to learn this on the final lap of on the final restart of the race with like 10 to go. That would be a terrible time for him to try and learn it. So, yeah, again, simple driver mistake, and again, those will happen when you're still learning how to drive race cars. Like, yeah, he absolutely is still learning. I've seen Logano do it before. Yeah, how many times have we seen at tracks like Daytona where they'll go and do the restart and everybody will spin the tires and they'll all crash into each other on the restart before they even get to the start-finish line? Because we've seen that a number of times at Daytona. I mean, I remember, in the 2020 Busch Clash, I remember specifically them doing that. Oh, yeah, and again, that's why I'll give him all the credit when he does, because he's done a lot of great stuff, and I look forward to seeing what Cletus will do as he progresses through the ladder system. All right, so there we go. So yeah, for anyone who is new to the who's trying to keep up with Cletus and is new to how the ARCA leaderboard scores him, his name is actually Garrett Mitchell, and he is currently in second place. So again, for anyone who's trying to follow him on the leaderboards, that's who you're looking for. On the TV, they've got it listed as McFarland, but yeah, you'd be looking for Garrett Mitchell if you're looking on like the online online leaderboard that I've got over there. So, yep. All right, but yeah, we are chilling out here. We should hopefully be getting back from commercial break here shortly, but Looking forward to this one. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. So yeah, he's in the pits. Yep. Yes, Kyle Larson as of right now, of course, weather depending, Larson is going to attempt. No. You're not. I know you want to type to the chat, but not right now, Gizzy. But yeah, there we go. Cletus coming down pit road, gonna check the car for damage, get some repairs there, get him some fresh tires there. Well, because it's a non-competitive pit stop, he has, I think, 5 minutes to. I think he's allowed 5 minutes to do it without losing a lap. So, without being scored worse, if I'm not mistaken, I think. But yeah, so Larson, though, he'll be making the trip from Indy to Charlotte in between the two races. All right, and you got a piece of an ARCA car. Nice! Yeah, getting a piece of scrap metal is on that list of things I'd like to do if I ever get a chance there. But yeah, so the way uncompetitive pit stops work is that they give you a flat amount of time, and as long as you get your car out of the pits within X amount of time, I don't know for sure that it's 5 minutes. I know 5 minutes is kind of the standard for short track non-competitive cautions. So like up at my local track at not Wisconsin, at Oxford, when we had Kyle Busch up last summer. They had uncompetitive pit stops. I believe it was either 3 or 5 minutes on the pit stop timer, where as long as you got your pit stop done within that time frame, you got to keep whatever your starting spot was before the pits. So there was no losing or gaining spots by going faster on pit road, which also makes pit road speeding penalties even more embarrassing if you get one, because you have no reason to be speeding. So here we go. William Sawalich currently in the 10th position after leading a lot of laps. He got a little bit of damage in that melee there, as he was not the leader on that restart, and he will have to run his way from the 10th position. Now with some damage. So, all right, there we go. We're just chilling out here. So yeah, so the only way to really gain positions under a caution flag here, if you stay out completely, you will still gain the spot over anybody who pits. But anyone who pits, you'll get to keep whatever track position amongst the other pit stop cars. So there we go. Again, the number 18 will be settling into his position. Looks like he will be settling in 7th is where they are going to score him. For this restart. We got Grant Enfinger out in front of the field. Austin Green, LeVar Scott, Moffitt, and Jankowick inside the top 5. Then we got Patterson, Sawalich, Staropoli, Brees, and then we'll round out our top 10, I believe. All right, so there we go. Again, we're getting ready for this restart. We got 85 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for all of you guys that have decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Friday night here with us as we are getting ready for this race. We got this race. We got the we will have a comp caution in about we'll have a comp caution literally about 5 laps away. We'll have a competition caution at or around lap 50. And then we will be also doing the truck race later on tonight. So if you guys want to stick around for that, we will be going to that after the ARCA race. So that race is at 8:30 tonight, about an hour and a half away. And we are currently right about halfway in the ARCA race. As the lights have gone off on the pace car, we are ready to go back racing. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. So again, we got the 82 and the 97 on the front row. The 6 and the 46 on row 2. Row 3 will be Jankowick and Patterson. So there we go. Say if he wins, we'll send it through the infield grass. I am not sure the internet is ready for what Cletus will do if he wins a race. I mean, I would love it, but I have absolutely no idea if the internet is ready for what Cletus would do if and when he potentially wins a race. I mean, that would be insanity. Again, when and if he were to win a race like that. Internet ain't ready. What the internet is ready for is a restart here. We're getting lined up, ready to go back racing. Alright, so here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Grant Enfinger and Austin Green. As we go green, green, green. Green flag is racing. And we are back to racing. Austin Green on the inside. Enfinger to the outside. And we've got a lot of drivers coming from behind that are going to try and make this one happen. Again, reminder, Enfinger still on older tires. Trying to make this one work against very fresh tires all around him. Again, Grant Enfinger has yet to pit, while most everybody else around him has come to pit road. Again, the three drivers who had stayed out previously were Robusto, Farland, and Enfinger. Obviously, Robusto got wiped out in that crash, and Enfinger came, and then McFarland came to pit road during that caution after being involved. So right now, it's Austin Green. He's trying to take this lead away from Grant Enfinger. Again, 3 laps to go before the halfway caution here. Down the back straightaway, the 95, the 97 out in front of the field, but the 82, he has the lead on the short line through the corner. Looks like the 82 might clear him for the lead here. The 97 Enfinger is going to give up the lead officially at the line. 82 of Austin Green is your new race leader. As we are getting ready for this one, let's see. 52 laps to go. Down the back straightaway. 2 laps away from halfway. And we got another slow car on the apron here. We got Jankovic looking to the inside of Enfinger, trying to take that second position away again. Jankovic almost gets loose there. Andy getting really loose there on the bottom of the racetrack. Nearly took himself and Enfinger out of this one. But right now, Green has got away with the lead here. Also, for whatever reason, my website over here is not updating. So we'll have to refresh that, and we'll get it lined back up. And the 18 of Sawalage gets a little loose here. Again, we're coming up on the halfway mark. The question is, when in the halfway mark will they end up throwing the competition caution? Because it's at or around this lap. No guarantee that it will be exactly at this lap. So, all right, right now we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Come on. So why'd the leaderboard die, I wonder? Here we go. Caution flag flies. So yeah, there's the mid-race break. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 61 people still hanging out. Again, Austin Green is the leader as we get the caution for halfway. I do not know what happened to our leaderboard. I don't know why it appears to have died. Alright, so there we go. They're talking about the sweet move of the race. And, yeah, I think that the move the 82 made to try and get by the 97 Enfinger was a really good move there. Hey, thank you, Brian. I love having an active chat, because that is one thing that, I love having you guys hanging out in here. So there we go. Just waiting for your league race to start. All right, cool. What track you guys racing at? Also, what game? Because last I heard, the Heat 5 servers I thought were down. So I also haven't had my Xbox active in months because of the flooding in the basement. So I am itching to get back to racing there. If we reach 3K, will we get a celebration stream? I could definitely do a celebration stream for 3K. certainly looking forward to it. We might hit, at this rate, we could possibly hit it by the end of the weekend, which would be a party anyway because of the Coke 600. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Okay, Fontana on NASCAR 2015. Nice. Love Auto Club. How is Van Gisbergen doing? He's not in this race. Van Gisbergen's in the Cup Series race on Sunday. But yeah, he has not been doing great outside of the one road course on the year. So, and say he did really well at the road course, but wasn't able to get the win. So he's not locked into the playoffs yet, and outside of that has really struggled at the ovals, which isn't necessarily unexpected, but you kind of have to be able to run at least halfway decent on the ovals if you're going to be in the NASCAR Cup Series. I mean, road courses can only carry you so far. I mean, even guys like Allmendinger have had to adapt to learn at least some amount of oval racing. So, yeah, again, I have no idea why the thing isn't working, but alright, there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and build the truck stream real quick while we're at the commercial break. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Man, I miss going to the Charlotte race. I was at the Charlotte race in 2023. Got to see all 3 races that year, so. Alright, there we go. Alright, again, trying to avoid lagging the stream as much as possible as well by using minimal applications. So once I get this done, I can close my Photoshop, and that should absolutely help our frame rate. Alright, so there we go. They're coming back from commercial break again. So far, Austin Green, the race leader. We've had 4 leaders, 3 lead changes. Letting cars still on the lead lap after an absolutely decimating early run by the 18 of Sawalich, where he was able to lap all the way up to 11th place, basically. Alright, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a great time. Alright, so yeah, we'll be doing trucks later tonight. If you guys want, I can stream. I will be home for Cup qualifying tomorrow. Do you guys want to see where's the leaderboard? Yeah, no idea. Ask ARCA's website. Yeah, because the I keep refreshing it, but the leaderboard went down around the lap 35 caution. So we'll see if it comes back up. Again, I keep refreshing it every few minutes, but I have not seen it come back to life yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's. And then once I download that, we should be all good. And then I need to run a cleanup on some of the stuff on this computer because it is definitely getting bogged down just a little bit. And I know what probably the biggest thing is. But yeah, here we go. We got Trucks Xfinity Cup, but trucks are off this week. Oh, okay. You guys have your league. Yep. All right, nice. Yeah, trucks didn't typically race at Fontana, so it's not a surprise to see them potentially take that as an off week. So, honestly, I kind of wish that we went back to Fontana, but yeah. I say are we really only 3 away from hitting 3K? If we hit 3K tonight, that would be insane. Or are you talking about us being three away from something else? I have to imagine that's what you're talking about, but I also can't believe it. Give me 1 second. No, we're 13 away. We're 13 away from our goal of 3K. Because that says 80. That says 87 up there, not 97. I say, if we did hit 3K tonight, I legitimately don't know what I would say about that. So there we go. Closed out of that. That should help the computer run faster. The problem is that that's not really our problem right now. It's the fact that the ARCA doesn't want to have a leaderboard that works. Again, once that leaderboard comes back up, I will have it up as soon as humanly possible, so. Alright, welcome on in, though. Let's see. Okay, it says, yeah, so on your end, it will round to the nearest, it'll round down to the nearest 10, so, yeah, because we're at 2.988, it'll just show 2 and then the 2 decimal places of 9.8. So, yeah, that's is a. But at the very top of the screen right there, we have a live sub count that will update as you guys either subscribe or unsubscribe. Please don't unsubscribe. But yeah, as you guys can see, though, that number will go ahead and update as things go ahead. Do we want to do a raid? Sure. At the end, at the end of the, I can see if anyone else is streaming straight on through to drop you guys off with in between the streams, because I'll be taking a little bit of a break between trucks and between the end of this truck race and the start of between the end of this ARCA race and the start of trucks. All right, let's say. I just want to see first and foremost, because for whatever reason, the YouTube Studio on my computer isn't showing me the stats from the stream, so I'm curious to see if it's on my phone. Yeah, no, it's still showing 42 real-time views in the last 48 hours, and we got 55 active people in here. So, all right, here we go. If we get an extended red flag, we could also go ahead and do that one. Okay, so Love's doing the stream too. All right, cool. Here we go. Pace car's off. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing. Green and Jankowic on the front row here as they go back to racing. Sawalich in third. He has made his way back to the front. The question is that front end damage going to be enough to hamper Sawalich? You also got LeVar Scott, the one of those 3 drivers fighting for that points lead. He has made his way to 5th as he and Enfinger are currently battling side by side for position. Sawalich trying to get that second spot away from Andy. And here we go. Let's see. So yeah, there we go. Coming down through this one. All right, 42 laps to go. Again, the front 2 or 3 cars have kind of broken away, but again, they will all kind of start settling in here, and we will be getting ready to go. A little bit of a wiggle there from the 97 of Enfinger. Enfinger on the bottom of 3 wide into Jankowic. He manages to hang on to that one. Impressive car control there from Andy Jankowic. Manages to just about hang on to that one after being 3 wide on the outside of Enfinger and LeVar Scott. I mean, that was a hairy situation, and he manages to hang on to it. Again, so far, Green out with a half-second lead ahead of Sawalich. Enfinger another half second or so behind Sawalich. So still definitely plenty of time, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see here. And yeah, they're gonna obviously show a replay of this one because Enfinger gets a little bit of that apron, moves up the track. That forces LeVar Scott to kind of react up the track and they were 3 wide with a car on their outside, and that sent Jankovic for a very sketchy slide there. So that was a impressive save there for the 73. But again, as everybody's kind of settling back in, I thought Enfinger was about to slide right into the fence there, but nope, just running that edge. Under 40 laps to go. With less than 40 laps to go, the question is, how far and how fast can these drivers go? So again, right now, they're gonna try and go as fast as they possibly can here, but I don't know if Enfinger's got enough left in the tank here. Come on. I have no idea why the website is not working. I'm going to try it, seeing if I can jump around here, back to it. Nope. That didn't change anything, so. Alright, here we go. We got the 2 of Bruce dropping back a little bit after actually running up the track, up into the managed to jump up a couple of spots up into spot number 8 there for a moment. Now settles back in the 10th position after Staropoli and Patterson both got by her. Cleat got door checked by the 46. Ooh, yikes. Had not seen that happen yet, but yeah, Moffitt and McFarland going to be going at it looks like. Again, the 82 of green. Here comes Sawalich. Sawalich starting to close in on green. Again, Sawalich being one of the strongest cars all day. So again, Sawalich, he was the one that was able to get that many cars off the lead lap to the point where we've only got 12 lead lap cars now. We got Tim Richmond in 13th is currently the Tim Richmond in 13th and Schofield in 14th are currently the only other drivers in position to potentially get back on lead lap. So there we go. 35 laps to go at the line this time, and again, green holds the lead, but it is shrinking quick here as the 18 of Sawalich is getting closer and closer. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a lot of people probably watching Cletus' onboard camera, because, yeah. Oh, and caution flies! Caution flag flies! The yellow flies yet again. And, yeah, let's see. 35 laps to go. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Yep, 35 laps to go. The 27 of, the 27 of Tim Richmond flat tire leads to some debris there. Alright, well, there we go. Alright, we are also sitting 11 subscribers away from hitting that 3K number. There we go. We're getting closer and closer to that magic number of hitting that 3K number. I was talking with actually a friend of mine earlier today about that and how I hope to hit it by the end of the month. But right now, again, we're looking like we might get it by the end of the weekend, which would be amazing if we can keep that going. Alright, you're watching it and having me do the play-by-play. Hey, that's a great way to do it. So, again, I wish I had the leaderboard, but again, if you want to complain to somebody, let's go ahead and email ARCA, I guess, because that's ARCA/NASCAR's website that went down, that has gone down again. I keep refreshing it every few minutes to see if it's back. Bring that 46 back to us. Let's get him back. Oh boy. Yep. Again, I'm curious to see what Cletus does after a potential door check by the 46. But yep, again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. We'll be doing, again, trucks after this. And then let me know, do you guys, genuinely, would you guys want to see me stream the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying? It is single car qualifying. But that will be tomorrow around 3 o'clock. I can definitely try and work my schedule to be home by that point. home from my day job by that point, so I would be able to stream it for you guys if you guys would like to see that. If not, I'll probably just watch it on my own, but yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see there. Otherwise, we will absolutely be streaming the Xfinity Series race tomorrow, and then the Indy 500 and Coke 600 on Sunday. So, again, a very full weekend of motorsports. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this as well. Man, if it wasn't, I hate the fact that I'm having to wait for the weather because I can't wait to get back to the local dirt track and bring you guys along for some more at the track local dirt track action, because that is going to be some fun when Unity Raceway brings the when you can get some sprint cars and some other dirt track cars going again. But it's just been way too wet and rainy this spring for any races to have happened yet. And if you guys would like to see me do other at the track stuff, I do have 2 pavement tracks within relatively decent driving distance of me. They're both like within an hour or so, with Oxford Plains Speedway and Wiscasset is another speedway. I've actually done a vlog at Wiscasset before. That was like, was it, how many years ago was that? I am scared to look this up. Let's see. How many years ago was the first time I did a vlog? Because the first time I did a vlog was at Wiscasset Speedway, which used to be my closest track, but then I moved. So let's see. Let's see, playlists. Bristol dirt coverage, Charlotte. Let's see. Come on, where's vlogs? Vlogs. I know I have a. Let's see. Sort by most recent update. There we go. Has been a while since I actually did a vlog video, so yeah, here we go. This Cassette vlog, that one, again, that was back when I was still. So that was May of 2019. So it has been, what would that be, 7 years since my first at the track vlog. Nowadays, I more so do live streams from the grandstands, especially at local track where there's absolutely no real legal problem with me streaming from the stands. So here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. So here we go. 2020. They're going to go through all the 2025 winners. Again, Brendan Queen winning Daytona. And then you got Brent Cruz, who went and won the Phoenix race for Toyota. Then you got Lawless Allen, the Talladega winner a couple weeks ago. Then Brendan Queen back to victory lane at Kansas. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And now we are here at Charlotte and ready for some racing. All right, so there we go, showing the highlights as to what happened to Brendan. Well, quote unquote highlights as to what happened to Brendan Queen as he hit the fence and let up a absolute plume of smoke out the back of that car. I'm kind of curious to know if that wasn't more than a tire going down. I mean, yeah, it was obviously tire damage from hitting the fence, but that amount of smoke you almost only ever see if there's an oil or engine leak. So there we go. Again, we are sitting at 46 people hanging out in chat. Again, thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Friday night here with us, as we are 31 laps away from the start of this, or 31 laps away from the end of this race. Pace cars off, field in the hands of Green and Sawalich as they get ready to go. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Charlotte. 30 laps to go. 30 to go as they tap the line. And again, Sawalich on the outside, Green to the inside. The question is, which lane will prevail? Looks like Green with the early lead here. And Green able to clear off of turn 2. There we go. Potentially that front end damage to the 18, potentially giving some real aero problems there for car number 18 when it comes to trying to take that lead away. He's been able to follow very well, but can he get it done when he has to when he has to try and go for the lead. Here comes LeVar Scott. LeVar Scott trying to take that points lead. As of right now, he would absolutely get it, as the two drivers he's fighting with for points are Lawless Allen in 11th, as he just passed Staropoli, and the 28 of Brendan Queen, who is a significant ways back after that contact with the wall. He is currently 2 laps down in 14th. So not all that far back in terms of position, but he's very far back when it comes to he's 2 laps down, and getting 2 laps back is not going to be an easy task. So here we go again. LeVar Scott going to the outside. He's got Grant Enfinger looking up the inside, trying to take that spot away. But as of right now, it is not going to be an easy task here for Enfinger to get this pass done on Scott. All right, so there we go. Yep, Cletus up to, is Cletus up to P5 already? He's currently seeing him in P6. And we got the 27 of Tim Richmond. The fender coming apart yet again. Please do not bring out yet another caution. Come on, let's see this thing go green to the end. 27 laps. Can we go 27 laps green? Come on. Here we go. The 18 of Sawalich coming up behind the 82 of Green. Green gets a little loose on the bottom, trying to wrap that bottom, just doesn't quite nail it off the corner. And again, Sawalich closes in even closer here. Oh, he was P5 for a second? Okay, because, I was going to say, because he is definitely not P5 right now. He's 1.3 seconds off of, 1 to 1.3 seconds off of the 73 for 5th. All right, but so 26 laps to go here. Again, Green doing a really good job to hold him off. And again, I'm curious about that front end damage. Can Sawalich lead, and can he be dominant like he was earlier with that amount of front end damage? Right now, you've got the 18 looking around to try and find other lanes to see if he can try and get some clean air to his nose. But we've kind of noted that clean air is not going to be the easiest thing for him in the world, as the clean air is not going to provide much, when your nose is not in very good condition. So, again, here we go. The 97 has gotten back to the back bumper of LeVar Scott in the 6th. Question is does LeVar Scott look at the big picture and the fact that, right now he is not necessarily racing Enfinger? I mean, obviously he would love the top 3, I'm sure. He would love every spot he could get, but bigger picture is you don't want Enfinger to potentially wipe you both out if he starts getting aggressive. And right now you have quite a few positions on Lawless Allen in 13th and Brendan Queen in 14th. To where you don't need every single position. Although at the end of the season, because I believe ARCA actually does a full point standings, there will actually be every point that you gather today will matter. So there we go. A little bit of a brush to the wall maybe for LeVar Scott, as he was running that kind of aggressively wide line, the same one that Enfinger's been using behind him. So I'm going to say a little bit of adaptation there for LeVar Scott. All right, so again, 22 laps to go. Again, we're working our way through this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right, so we are sitting 9 subscribers away from hitting that big 3,000 mark here. And again, 22 laps to go tonight for the ARCA Menards Series. Again, Sawalich is doing everything he can, but I just feel like that car just has a fatal weakness on that front nose. I mean, he's able to get close, but I don't know if he can actually pass for the lead here. All right, so here we go again. Sawalich, Sawalich is again able to hang really close to Green. The problem is, though, I don't know how he passes him with the car in that condition here. Yeah, Cletus McFarland dropping a little bit. Yep, that long run pace potentially not there. And say learning how to manage those older tires, learning tire management over the course of a run, not burning your stuff up too early. All things Cletus is going to need to learn if he's going to do kind of intermediate style, shorter ovals, because this is his first time not racing at Daytona or Talladega. So if he's going to race at places like Phoenix, he's going to have to manage. He's going to have to learn tire management, and hey, the sooner the better. The sooner you can learn it, the better. So if he's kind of learning the downside of burning up your tires early, eventually there's room for him to potentially really grow to another level altogether. And here we go, Andrew Patterson currently holding down that the fourth and the sixth position here as the 28 of Brendan Queen believes he can unlap himself on merit, which that is going to be intense to watch as the 28 tries to run right through this one. Send him to Kansas? Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him in every ARCA race from here on. I mean, I don't know what the next ARCA race is. Is the next ARCA race Kansas? Since we don't have the thing, let's just go ahead and look at the schedule real quick. So they just raced Kansas. It's Michigan in 2 weeks. So there we go. As I feather the throttle, Cleet, you were falling behind. Yeah, my guess is that Cletus was a little heavy on the throttle early in the run, possibly used up his tires too early, and is now suffering on more worn out tires. So yeah, so they've got Michigan on June 6th. Then they go to Berlin Raceway June 14th. Elko Speedway on the 21st. Lime Rock Park. Lime Rock Park would be a cool place to see him potentially learn what a road course is and what a left-hand turn is. But if I was hand-picking which tracks I think I would, if I was to send him to, say, 3 races down the stretch. Michigan, absolutely. Bristol in September. And then Kansas for the fall race. Those would be my 3 choices. If I was to send him to, if I had the choice to send Cletus to 3 races, and I am totally not biased by picking one of the races that I will be at in person, which is, well, actually, I won't be in Bristol in time for, Bristol is going to be the weekend of September. It's actually ironically, the Bristol Motor Speedway race is on September 11th. So, the weekend of the 11th. Pole sitter, the pole sitter blew an engine very early on in this race. So, we currently have 14 laps to go. Currently, Austin Green, he started inside the top 5, and he's currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard about 1.3 seconds ahead of Sawalich. But yeah, so I will be at Bristol for 3 of the 4 races. Okay, he is racing Bristol. Okay, I didn't know for sure if he was racing Bristol or not, but I'm unfortunately not going to be able to get. I don't think I'm going to get there in time for the ARCA race, but I will be there for Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup of the weekend for Bristol. So unfortunately, my plane just doesn't fly in at the right time for that race. So. Yeah, for the ARCA race, I really wish it would, but yep. So I will be down there though for that one, and then I will be heading to New Hampshire the following weekend for the Truck and Cup Series race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which is my home track, by the way. So here we go again. LeVar Scott back. LeVar Scott has he's finished fighting with Enfinger, and he is now solidly in the 3rd position and is just trying to log laps to the end. Again, Enfinger is still close enough that... LeVar Scott with a loose race car. I was about to say, if LeVar can just avoid a mistake, I think he can hold off Enfinger here. But with a loose car like that, I would not rule this one out as being done for LeVar. Especially with lap traffic still in the way. Oh, he's going to be in either a truck or Xfinity car. Please be in an Xfinity car. That would be amazing if he could be in an Xfinity car for Bristol. I would love to see him in the Xfinity Series by Bristol, but I'd be curious about that because that would be an extremely quick moving up the ladder. But we got 11 laps to go here. Green out ahead of Sawalich. He's now built it up to a 2-second lead here And I say Austin Green is in a spot where he can kind of just ease off the throttle a little bit more, not have to run a perfect 10/10ths. But yeah, I mean, obviously that is just a rumor, but hey, that would be really cool if he is going to be in a NASCAR Xfinity Series car. Trying to work a deal for him to run Talladega. Okay, that would be a really good one too. But again, if you're going to run Talladega in anything higher than ARCA or trucks, I feel like you have to have some level of qualifications, which I didn't get the chance to see his Talladega race, but I know he crashed a couple of times in the Daytona race. So if he was crashing in the truck race as well, or not in the truck race, but in the Talladega race, I would say that would be potentially fuel as to why you wouldn't want to approve him to run the Talladega Xfinity or Talladega trucks even possibly. But I don't know. I think it would be a ton of fun to see him running the truck and Xfinity Series down the stretch. Of course, I know he's hinted at the interest at wanting to run the Daytona 500, but again, you need to be, if you're going to be in the Daytona 500, you need to be taking it 100% seriously. Okay, he finished P10 at Dega. Okay. Yeah, again, I wasn't able to watch that race because it was at like noon on Saturday, so yeah, I was unable to watch that race. So, and then I was flying out the following week. So, oh, we got Putty Tat trying to come back up for 7 laps to go. Again, 7 laps to go, and Green has now extended it to a 3-second lead. So, a 3-second lead for the ARCA Menards Series as Austin Green. He is absolutely starting to storm away, and in fact, Sawalich is now right in with LeVar Scott. Ooh. All right, one up. All right, trying to help you out, Gizzy. Ooh, there we go. All right, 6 laps to go. Here we go. 6 more times around. Again, Green has a massive lead. The battle is for second. Infinger passes LeVar Scott for third. Infinger on a tear. He will be in the truck race in about an hour's time frame. And William Sawalich currently holds on to that second position. LeVar Scott looking back to the inside. The battle is for second here. LeVar Scott looking to take third back from Infinger. Infinger looking for the second place spot on Sawalich. Infinger to the outside. Infinger goes around the outside of the damaged car of Sawalich. Grant Infinger up into second place. You've got LeVar Scott going around the damaged car of Sawalich there. Sawalich back to fourth. Infinger versus LeVar Scott for second. This is the battle. Yeah, I know he got crashed out at Daytona. Yeah, I'm not saying it was his fault, but just looking at the crash record and the limited racing experience. Here we go. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around, and heavy traffic in front of the lead. Or in front of the group that we've been watching here. Again, Austin Green, massive lead here over the entire field. And here we go, down the back straightaway. The 97 of Infinger, the 6 of LeVar Scott. This is going to be a fun duel to the checkers here as we get ready to go racing all the way through this one. Again, Austin Green, he's got this win in the bag, 3.5 seconds ahead. As long as he does not crash to this thing, he should be safe. But, again, Infinger versus LeVar Scott for second is going to be the battle we are going to be talking about down the stretch here. So, here we go. Again, 98 is a currently working lap. 98 will be taking the 2 laps to go at the line this time. As Austin Green, off of turn number 4. Austin Green will take the 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. There we go. Yep, Cletus McFarland officially a lap down. And here we go. One of the guys we were keeping an eye on is going another lap down here. The number 25, I believe that is Staropoli there, is going his first lap down. So, Patrick Staropoli going a lap down. 2 laps to go here off the corner, and it's going to be a white flag, 1 lap to go. Austin Green in control of his own destiny here, 3 seconds ahead of Infinger. Infinger holds a 0.3 of a second lead over LeVar Scott for this one as they are going down through the back straightaway. Half a lap to go. Austin Green, the checkered flag in hand for the flag stand. Through turns 3 and 4. Only disaster could end this one for Green, as Green's going to manage this one off of turn 4, and Austin Green is your Charlotte race winner. Grant Infinger comes home second, LeVar Scott third. Sawalich coming home in the 4th position, Andy Jankowic coming home in the 5th position. Andrew Patterson in the number 40 car comes home 6th. 7th will be Thad Moffitt. Staropoli coming home in the 8th position. Cletus McFarland 9th. And rounding out your top 10 will be Laney Bruce, if I remember the first name correctly. And the rest of the names, it's going to be hard for me to get them all because of them being off the because of the website having been down. But, yeah, so some of the notable ones that I know you guys asked me for. Schofield coming home in the 12th position. Good job for Schofield. Wallace Allen and Brendan Queen coming home 13th and 14th, respectively. Both of them having really rough days, especially where LeVar Scott, the new ARCA points leader, will come home in the 3rd position. Brian Duzat driving car number 57. He comes home 16th. And Alex Clubb, another one that we were keeping an eye on, he comes home in the 19th position. So, hey, a top 20 for Clubb. I know it's not exactly what he was looking for, but Alex Clubb coming home in the top 20 with a pretty decent run. And Brayton Lassiter actually rounding out your top 20 finishers on the day. So, some pretty good runs there from a lot of great drivers. So, again, massive congratulations to Austin Green, the ARCA Menards Series winner. He managed to get good at the right time and had a couple of lucky breaks fall their way. I think the damage to William Sawalich's car absolutely changed the outcome of this race. Sawalich looked so good so early, but then when the Cletus crash happened, the 18 of Sawalich got some damage in it, and ultimately that handicapped him the rest of the night. He was able to run close to green for a little while, but then ultimately faded to the 4th position, which is where we will find William Sawalich finishing his day. So there we go. He had 50K. Cletus had 50K on his in-car at the end of the race. All right, nice. All right, so there we go. Again, we've got about... we'll be gone for about half an hour, probably in between streams, as I'm going to get the truck stream set up. Let me see if CeeLo is still... if CeeLo is doing one stream or if they're going to be splitting the stream, because I'm not going to bother rating if they're doing 2 separate streams. Let's see. CeeLo is doing... Okay, they're doing 2... Okay, so they're doing 2 separate streams, so I'm not going to bother doing a raid, but... yeah, so again, we'll be back in about half an hour's time for the NASCAR Truck Series race. But again, massive congratulations to Austin Green on the win. And a massive congratulations to LeVar Scott for the new ARCA points leader. But until next time, again, we will be back in about 30 minutes for the NASCAR Truck Series race. So I've got to just go set up that stream. But I will see you guys there. And if you guys are watching this on replay, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys had to do with the rest of your evening. Have a great night, everybody. And goodbye.